How Pieper Lewis' case unfolded. The case of a Des Moines teen convicted of killing her accused rapist. Lewis, now 17, pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and willful injury after killing Zachary Brooks. She said he sexually assaulted her multiple times when she was 15 in the weeks leading up to his killing. She faced up to 20 years in prison for stabbing Brooks to death in 2020. I took a person's life. In my mind, I felt that I wasn't safe, and I felt that I was in danger, which resulted in the acts. But it doesn't take away from the fact that a crime was committed. Pieper Lewis. Homeless after running away from a mentally and emotionally abusive mother at age 15, she would meet a man who would later send her to be with Brooks according to her plea agreement. She says she was threatened at night point and returned to Brooks' apartment, where she was raped and killed him. I suddenly realized that Mr. Brooks had raped me yet again, and I was overcome with rage. Pieper Lewis. Lewis was sentenced September 13, 2022 to 5 years probation and a deferred judgment in which the judge called a second chance. She will stay at a woman's facility while on probation and will have to provide $150,000 to Brooks' estate.
17-year-old Pieper Lewis, who killed her alleged rapist when she was 15 years old, is now being ordered to pay his family $150,000 in restitution, as well as serving 5 years probation. Iowa law requires the court to sentence offenders to pay at least that amount if they kill someone, regardless of the circumstances. A GoFundMe campaign set up by one of Lewis's former teachers is almost at $400,000. CNN's Lucy Kafanoff brings us the details, and we want to warn you, some of this information is rather disturbing.
Outrage is growing in the case of an Iowa teen sentenced to 5 years probation for killing her alleged rapist, ordered to pay the man's family $150,000.
I wish the events that took place on June 1st, 2020 never occurred. But to say there's only one victim to this story is absurd.
In her plea agreement, Lewis laid out the series of events that led to the killing, saying she was trafficked by an older man who forced her to have sex with other men for money, including Brooks. Lewis was facing up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter and willful injury. The judge said the restitution was mandatory under Iowa law.
This court has no discretion but to impose the $150,000 in restitution payable to Mr. Brooks' estate.
I don't think that justice was served. I think that justice would have not seen Pieper Lewis spend any time behind bars.